I just figured it out. Having Americans have manicured lawns prevents them from re-indigenizing themselves. Hi, my name is Logan Grendel, otherwise known as Focusedoninfinity, and I am, among many things, a person who is an advocate of people growing their own food in whatever space they have. I have a garden in New York City backyard that provides me enough vegetables that I don't need to buy any, basically from July all the way through November. And I have always marveled at suburban people and how, like, y'all don't grow any of your own food when you have these big lawns that you just have to, put all this money into keeping just this single turf grass. And it's wild to me. But then I thought about how intentional it is that over 50% of Americans live in suburbs and they are these, ersatz, gray, and extremely homogenized places. And literally you have HOAs that prevent you from growing your own food. And I'm like, what societal purpose does that prove? And I think that it is indeed to prevent you from re-indigenizing yourself, from developing a connection to the actual land and the flora and the fauna in the place that you are from, because they basically cut a bunch of it down, paved it over, and turned it into something that is, something recognizable to the way they want you to live. And essentially, really, when you think about it, suburbs are these weird open air prisons where they warehouse their, the worker class that they are okay with. With everything that is looming, it behooves us to grow our own food, period, in any little space you have. And out in the suburbs, y'all have enough space to literally never need to go to a Kroger's another day in your life, especially if you were, sharing with your neighbors and trading things. You wouldn't even need a farmer's market. You would have a robust collection of different fresh foods that you could use to sustain yourselves and each other and also build community, which y'all desperately need because they have removed everything else that creates community. There's no third spaces out there. It's a wasteland, essentially. And that's why y'all are so isolated. Beginning the process of re-indigenizing ourselves to the land that we're on, even though it's not our land. But if we have connection to our location, by it actually feeding us and us wanting to take care of it, it would be impossible for Monsanto to tell us to poison it. It would be impossible for them to tell us that we can't grow food and feed ourselves on our own property. So this May Day and Beltane, I want you to begin to take the power back by telling your HOA to go fuck itself and putting something in the ground, or use planters, or use whatever it is that you do. Grow some food, because none of the things that are happening are going to get any better before they get worse. And we need to be able to protect each other. And we need more community. We simply need more community and more connection to the one planet that we know we're ever going to get to be on.